A very warm welcome again to our live beer tasting from the KALEA studio in beautiful Salzburg, Austria. My name is Marina Herzmeier, and as always, I ain't alone here. I got a little help from up above. Claudio, good to have you back. Welcome. How are you tonight?
Hello, I'm very good, thank you. A very warm welcome from my side as well. I'm looking forward to all your questions tonight.
Yeah, tonight we have a lot to do. Well, it's tonight in Austria, as you know, for you, somewhere lunchtime. But we have a lot to do anyway, because we have 7 beers which are waiting to be tasted again, and of course also rated. So you're more than welcome to send us your opinions about the beers from last week. You're more than welcome to send us your questions and all the experiences you had with the beers from last week. I'm already really curious which one was your favorite. But also stay tuned, because we will have another 2 competitions for you tonight. And now I really want to present to you our guests from tonight's show. Hi, nice to have you here. Oh yeah, that's a good one. We have the Brewers Advent calendar already. We will open up number 8 tonight. We got the beers already here. Cool. Yeah, thank you for your help. Yeah. Thank you. So I would say let's start with the gentleman helping me with the beer. Paul Pausinger, present us your brewery. Where do you come from?
Hello, nice to meet you on the social medias. Nice to meet you all, comrades, friends. And it's nice to be here. Thank you for the invitation. I'm Paul Pausinger. I'm the runner of one of the eldest breweries in the world. We celebrated 890 years last year.
Wow.
But we still have our teeth in our mouths.
Which brewery are we talking about, so they know?
This is the Schlossbrauerei Herrngiersdorfer, and this is a little brewery in the mid of the hop area, Hallertau, where the best hop of world is. Thank you.
I would say. So we start here on my right side. Nice to have you here as well, Stefan Haunberger. Present yourself, please.
My name is Stefan Haunberger. I'm the CEO from a very small brewery near Munich. The place is Mühldorf am Inn. It's a very small place, but we brew very good beers, and we taste here very good beers to send to America. And let me show what the time bring. Okay?
Yeah, we're really curious already. Next guest here on my left side, please hand on the mic. Alex Teubner, present yourself.
I'm Alex, and I'm CEO and founder of a, no, just kidding. Well, I have a YouTube channel, BeerTasting YouTube channel, and a podcast, BeerTasting podcast, and a blog since 2013. And yeah, I'm the beer proprietor here. Look, this is us. Can I see it? Yeah, yeah. Shameless self-plug.
Nice chest.
And I'm very happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you for coming, Alex. And last but not least, on my right hand, Robert Mischitz.
Thanks first for the invitation. I'm more or less proud to be here. I'm a co-founder of the brewery in Schwarzacher in Bongau. It's in the south of Salzburg, in the middle of the Alps. We founded our brewery 2 years ago in the middle of Corona. And now I'm curious about the beers, so let's get it on.
And we will have a little international beer tasting tonight. So now we know where you are coming from, but now we're curious where you come from, because I mean, America, Canada, that's such big countries, and we would love to see where you are actually sitting and watching our beer tasting. So maybe we can get the overview to see. Oh, there it is. Look, Chicago is a really big point. North Carolina, Florida. Wow, I guess they're sitting on the beach enjoying our beers. So cool. And there's, between all these people watching us right now, there is one person, Candy Barco. It's her birthday So happy birthday, Candy, from Salzburg, from Austria.
Happy birthday. We
We're-
could cheat to you, but where's the beer?
Yeah, next point, obviously the most important. So, Robert, would you hand us over the glasses? And as you might know already, you opened your advent calendars probably already. We have today the Zwönitzer Steinbier, number 8, and that's the first beer we will be tasting tonight. I give that to you because already I know you're the expert.
Okay, start it. Okay.
So opening the can, the sound is always
Ladies
really
first.
special. Thank you. Just a tiny one.
Can I
Tiny
stay
bit.
on it for 2 minutes? It's pretty cold.
Thank you. So I'm really curious because we didn't have a can beer yet today. And as always, I would love with you to do a proper beer tasting. We did that last week, so you know how it really works. So now a little repetition. First of all, you always have to look at the etiquette. So, well, of the can. Is there anything that comes to your mind which is special, or which you like, or which you dislike, maybe? Anything to say about it?
So it's kind of a traditional etiquette. So I like it. So I more or less dislike sometimes the very creative ones. So and this is a traditional one. So thumbs up.
Which makes it typical for the stone
It
structure.
seems a heraldic. It seems a heraldic sign of the family. I guess.
Like a castle.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah.
stone.
It's very traditional, I guess.
Okay, so just to let you know, Steinbier is just stone beer. So that's why the structure makes sense.
But
So
I think it's not meant to be poured only into steins, because, as you know, the steins are the mugs. We are famous in Bavaria for our famous steins. But what is it? It's a kind of a beer style. Is it? Question mark.
I think they wanted to lean this name on a very old tradition when they did put hot stones to heat up the beer. And this is coming from this tradition because they don't have the tradition founded in 1997. They don't have that, but they just want to remind on putting hot stones to get the beer hot.
So now we know already, kind of. You have a little time to look at the beer, smell it, and in the meantime, we will have a short video of the brewery.
In wunderschönen Erzgebirge. Hello from the Four Mountains. I'm the owner and brewmaster of the brewery Zwönitzer. Dominic, today I cannot be in Salzburg. We have a lot of work. We are the central of Christmas in Germany, and today you have the stone beer in your calendar. I hope on the evening today, and maybe we see us in Zwönitzer. I'm very happy if you like us on Facebook or Instagram. Happy Christmas time and New Year. Cheers.
Here we are again. So our experts read and talked about it. First of all, we always have to talk about the temperature. We talked about it last week already. They said it was around 7-8 degrees. Which one would you say would recommend for this dark beer? Which temperature would be perfect to taste it?
To get the real good taste in drinking a beer or some special drinks, you need a temperature that the taste can make an explosion on your tongue. And when it's very cold, when you have ice cubes in there, you can't have the real taste because it's too cold, and the icy temperature on your tongue closes your tongue. You don't have the senses for that.
So which one would be good for this beer?
6 to 8.
Celsius.
Yeah, Celsius. Maybe, a little bit higher. Yes, because this is very tasteful, and when you have a very tasteful beer, it's just really it's more important to have more temperature to get into this taste. and you want to find out how good it is or what is not good. And this is temperature gives you the chance to find it out.
Okay.
We have 5.6. What's it called in English? Yeah, I don't know the ABF. Just wait a second. 5.6. You know what I'm talking about? Percentage of alcohol in volume. So the higher the amount of alcohol, the warmer the beer has to be. But you already know this because from last year, my experience with our English-speaking audience was they are pretty stuffed with information. They are deep into beer. And I'm a little bit worried about the questions that may come up because they really have the hard questions for us. So they hire
Experts. Yeah, I would say we just go on and do what we're here to do. We taste the beer.
No, I keep on talking because then the beer gets warmer.
Anyway, we don't have that much time. So cheers.
Cheers.
And before we start with the beer tasting, so you have like another few seconds. And Robert, I would ask you to do that afterwards. I'm curious about the question or whatever Claudio tells us.
Hi, Rob has got a question, and he's asking whether the heated stones are used in a mash or for boiling.
In both, when you have a dark beer and you have it in, you need a temperature in the mash to get the protein out of the barley malt, and you need this temperature just to get the sugar for the yeast, and you have to get out the protein for the foam. Therefore, you need certain temperatures, and you put some stones in the mash, and then after when you boil it, you just put more hotter stones in there. It's just a kind of temperature how much you put you make it. I don't want to make all the program because it takes move a little bit such a long time.
Thank you, Paul. So now let's come to the beer tasting. Let's do the beer tasting of today's beer together. So as we said already, we have the Zwönitzer Steinbier. Robert, would you be so kind to do the tasting with us?
Yes, of course. So in my opinion, the foam, now it's away, but it lasted too long. So, but the foam was quite fine structured. So which is good, yes, of course. It was more or less stable, but now in the meanwhile it's away. So the color, there is more or less no turbidity, so it's blank. So it's there was a filtration. So the color is quite strong. So and that's for a dark beer. Let's say usual, but it's not always the same. It has a very beautiful color. For the taste, now at the moment, how it was mentioned, it's a little too cold at the moment, but I think it has a quite strong malty taste. So that's approximate that. So because you can feel and taste something. So, but I think 2 to 3 degrees warmer. Yes, exactly. So, but I think it's a quite good one, and it's I think it's a balanced beer. It's balanced, and I think the guy who runs the beer knows what he does. So.
That's a good thing, actually. So first of all, we have Paul for you. So in the chat already, or Claudio is posting it right now at the moment. Just have a look. We would love to know which one was your favorite beer of last week's. So last week's calendar. So we had these beers, and we start with number 2 to number 8 today. So these ones are in the fall, and we would love to hear your favorite ones, and then we will taste them afterwards. So yeah, definitely we prepared that, and Claudio is ready for your answers. Claudio, is there anything else going on in the community? What are the main topics? What are they interested about?
Well, there's actually a very interesting question. Kevin is asking if a Steinbier tastes any different than the same recipe with no hot stones. So is there a difference if you use stones, or what does the stones do to the beer?
A stone beer is different in the taste because you have, when you put a hot stone into a flute, you have directly at the touchment of the hot stone, you have more temperature than on the other side. There, it's like you put a hot stick in the beer, and then you have the taste. It changes the taste, and therefore it's not like a traditional beer, but because of the mixture of beers, which of the flute, which is not in direct contact, it makes it almost similar to the same. But when you could isolate this on the side of the stone, it would be very different in the taste. But in the mixture, it's almost the same.
Thank you, Paul, for that. Yeah, please,
There
Robert.
is a tradition in the German and sometimes in the Austrian area. It's called Stacheln, and there you put a glowing metal into a malty beer, and the effect is that the rest of the sugar in it caramelizes. So, and there you have these caramel notes afterwards in the beer. So, and I think that's perhaps a similar effect.
So you said it has a very special smell.
Yes,
as well?
you must taste it. It's very good. From the smell, it's very good. It's for the winter time. You can taste it. It's the same. It's a good thing.
But we have to mention it just works with very malty beers, so which have I don't know the English expression for maltose, the rest of the sugar in a high content of rest sugar in the beer.
So we're really into details. As you said before, the Americans are full of knowledge talking about beers. So therefore, we have quite difficult question prepared for you. First competition, and we got so much information from you, Paul. So I would say we have a question about your brewery as well. Paul Pausinger, with his brewery, Herrngiersdorfer, which is not a really easy word for Americans, Herrngiersdorfer, was in the calendar already last year, 2021. And we would love to know from you, competition number one, how was the name of the beer, which was the name of the beer of the brewery of the 2021 calendar of the Herrngiersdorfer brewery? Would you know it?
I know it.
Okay, good.
I gotta tell you, Herrngiersdorfer is a tongue twister.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm sure you'll find it somewhere on our app to spell it properly, and then you will somehow find out which was the name of the beer, which is another funny name actually, was the name of the beer of last year's calendar, 2021, Herrngiersdorfer. I just can't repeat it often enough. So I would love to see some rankings. Claudio, do you have anything ready for us yet? Is there anything going on? And you can say these are the main beers from last week.
We are still checking, sorry.
Yeah,
Just
good.
give us a couple of seconds.
In the meantime, we just use the time, we drink, that's most. Cheers! Prost, as we say in Austria. Prost! Cheers! So, here we go, Claudio.
The black ink is currently leading, followed by Kurpfalzbräu Kellerbier.
And we would need the top four. Can you tell us? Because we have four experts, so we would take a taste. All four.
The third one is Gramminger Teufel, which means devil.
Cool word. Yeah.
And the fourth one is Kuchelbauer Turmweiße.
Which one?
Kuchelbauer Turmweiße.
That one. And Claudio, could you repeat the first two?
Schwarze Tinte is the first.
Okay, first, second,
Kurpfalzbräu.
third, and fourth. We would love to have new glasses, if possible. Who wants to taste which beer? Schwarze Tinte? Yeah, Alex. Number 2, KALEA Brewer. Would be interesting if you would taste it. You take number 3, Graminger, and Turmweiße for you.
This is the beer of my neighbor. Neighbor brewer.
10 Kilometer von meiner Brauerei.
Ah, yeah. Like neighbors, neighbor brewery.
The owners, it's Dec.8.
Okay.
5 miles from me.
So while you are opening up the neighbor breweries and your beers, there is another competition for you. We want you to be really creative today. So competition number 2, we would love you to write a poem about beer tasting, beer advent calendar, whatever comes to your mind. And just then go online on the beer tasting app. Via news, we have a link that says it's time for a rhyme. That's it. It's time for a rhyme. Then you go into this link, and then under the text, there are the comments, and you can post your poems talking about the beautiful beer tasting advent calendar time. And at the end of the show, we will read out one of the poems which Claudio decided was his favorite or the best for him. So you can also vote for the poems, which one you like best and which one you would love to hear in the show. So get something to write, be quick. We will do the beer tasting in the meantime, and we're happy to read your poems in the beer tasting app. So let's start, I would say, with number 1, which was the Schwarze Tinte. Alex, can you tell us about this beer?
No.
Do the beer tasting, and then you're allowed to taste it, and then you can tell us something.
It's translated as black ink. It's a collab stout, but I don't know who collabed with whom. Martin Seidel from last week. Yeah, with whom? It's just a collab. Okay, it's written there, so I'm confused. This is a stout, of course. We have 6.2 ABV, I think. 6.2, yeah. And yeah, look at the color. It's a perfect dark brown into the light. Yeah, it's a dark brown with a red tint, a reddish tint. Nice, mahogany maybe.
Now we're getting really into details. So what can you tell us about the taste? The smell.
I just dropped the beer on my trousers. It's pretty on the acid side, and the smelling. I'm smelling some metal. Smell mal. It's
If the experts
it has
you need
a
the
little.
microphone. You need the microphone first.
It's like a burning flame.
burning flame.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
it is.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, from a flamethrower.
Yeah,
Of the flamethrower. No, it's the first time when you pour the beer into the glass. Then the smell is acid on the acid side, and then it comes. Give it time, and then it comes.
It moves to you.
Yeah. So,
Smell is good.
do we want to do the smell round first?
No,
or-
no, that's
Okay.
fine.
Oh,
We trust
sorry.
you.
Okay.
We trust you.
It's only your glass.
Yeah.
Suck it down.
Makes me high.
Oh.
Was this
So Alex, come on, they want to know what you think about.
Okay. This is what I love on stouts like that. I know this beer. So it is an absolutely beer with with absolutely high drinkability concerning a stout beer. You just want to take the next sip. You just want to have more of it. We have the classic stout aroma. Aroma spectrum is very mild, and that's what's so good on it. It's dry and the finishing. That's what makes you drink more. We don't find that much coffee notes that are in a typical for a stout beer. We find more dark bread notes, and it's. I just want to drink it.
So maybe you guys just go ahead and enjoy it.
Perfect temperature.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and that's what's very important, as we said before.
It has the right to be at number one. It's a really perfect stuff. Really, it's really wonderful beer.
Sometimes you get stout that are very dense and have a very full body, maybe a fat body and a very heavy body. This is so light in the texture. It's totally fascinating. It's brilliant. It has 6.2, more, but you drink it like 4.9. Yeah, but this one it drinks it's as it would be 4.9, and you just want to keep on drinking. I can have two masses, two steins of it.
Go on.
And after that, I'm finished. But I'm lucky.
So we leave you happy. Absolutely. And go on with number 2, which was yours, Robert.
Thank you. So it's German KALEA Beer. It's a little similar to the method we produce our beer. So I was a little surprised. The color didn't surprise, but the turbidity is very low. So I don't think it's filtrated, but they did a good job in removing the turbidity. So the foam was quite okay, and now of course, in this area, the smell is not that strong because you don't have that much hops and so on, but it's malty, it's okay. And now the very significant taste is that it's very, very balanced and drinkable. You know, there is no mistake. You can't taste any mistake in the brewing method, and I think it's a beer where you can drink more than one. So it's very drinkable.
Two happy guys. I would say we have a short break. I know if you at least may taste it. Okay. This one. No, this is mine. Cheers. Cheers. Prost. So we come over to number 3, which is yours, Stefan.
Meins ist German, das ist Grumminger Teufel, Teufel is a Lucifer, is the devil. It's in the near from my brewery in Altötting. This is near Mühldorf. This is a German Märzen, also a strong lager.
Just a question before we continue.
Yeah.
Is it something special to taste a brewery which is next to you because nothing special? But do they use similar hop or something, or is it comparable to like 2 breweries which are nearby?
My brewery make white beer, and this is a lager.
Okay, well
this is different, and this is a Märzen. This is a strong lager. Had a good color. The foam was good, and the drinkability is also good. You can drink more from them, but you must bitter in English bitter. It's bitter. It's when you can drink it when you have this beer in the mouth, you need more. This like the bitter in the mouth. When you taste it, you need more from them.
So good drinkability
Yes,
as
good
well.
drinkability. You can. This is a good beer to drink it.
Okay. Number 4. Paul, it's your turn.
Number 4 is 5 miles away from my brewery.
Another one. Okay.
Another one, neighbor brewery.
Yeah.
To explain the label, this is the tower of Friedensreich Hundertwasser, created and is a very high touristic point. This brewery, Vienna,
Yeah, different.
and this brewery is specialized on wheat beer. And I feel very sad because this is a filtered wheat beer. And this beer, I know this beer with yeast tastes better than it is as a filtered beer. But it's still a good beer. When you smell it, you have the smell of a field full of wheat. It's really a nice, very strawy, fruity wheat taste. Yes, it is. And the taste is good. It's like a typical wheat beer. And yes, sorry, it's filtered. Because when you have the yeast in this beer, it's more smoothie. And it gets more, well, it's like a mousse in your mouth. It's all everywhere. But when it's filtered, this is my tip. It's not bad. It's my personal opinion. It has nothing to do with the brewery. It's just filtered. In a filtered wheat beer, it's always the same. You're waiting for, it's not coming. Shake well before use. And I'm sorry to say that, but this brewery makes very good wheat beer. I'm going to tell you. Sorry.
Thank you for your expert opinion. So now I would be really curious. Claudio, is there any question coming from the American viewers talking about these beers?
There was actually a question regarding the temperature and the question where Germans and Austrians store their beer, whether they store it in the fridge or just in a regular room and cool it down once they want to drink it. So usually, I think you should answer that question.
Yeah. So we just have it in the cellar, nicely fresh, but not cool enough maybe sometimes. How do you do that?
Depends on the beer style. That's where my beers are stored. Some are only waiting on the way down to the cellar. Some are waiting in the cellar. Some are waiting in the fridge for me, and some are waiting in the room temperature shelf. The beers above 12 degrees Celsius, and yeah.
Can you repeat the rule? It was like the more alcohol they have.
The more alcohol. Beers above 11 have room temperature maybe, or a little bit. What depends on what your room temperature is. Our standard room temperature is 20. Same as red wine. Yeah, same as wine. If it helps. Yeah, it's a good analogy. Yeah, and if you have beers way down under 5%, 4.6, 4.7, then just like you know, the standard or the classic American beers, lager beers, just ice cold, absolutely fine. In countries where it's hot, perfect.
Perfect. So we hope we could help you with this. And now we come back to the competition number 1, and we open the lines now. So now you may call us. We repeat the question. It was about Herrngiersdorfer. Sorry for that. The question. So Herrngiersdorfer, you see the number now, was part of the 2021 calendar. And we would love to know if you can remember what the name of the beer was. It was a very German dialect word. So we can help with that.
Bavarian dialect, Bavarian.
We used it in Austria as well.
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
Same.
It's a South German.
Yeah, maybe that's. I mean, sometimes Austria and Bavaria, we're one.
No.
So call us, don't hesitate, and just you might want to know what you are winning. Some of you know we have this official beer taster shield. We hand it over here, thank you. And this is really legendary by now. So you could get one of these by answering the right question, answering the question correctly. Herrngiersdorfer. What was the name of the beer in the 21 calendar, Advent calendar? Okay, maybe we can help a little bit.
Yeah,
So if you
give
see
him a
that,
hint.
yeah.
Oh, it's the very
can
name.
show that.
Yes,
It's
I know it.
difficult enough to pronounce it.
It's so heavy.
Maybe the challenge should be to
pronounce it correctly.
to be brave enough to announce it on
So
on phone.
if you don't know the answer, you just call us and we want you to say Herrngiersdorfer and the name of the beer correctly. Maybe that would be one.
It's already good. It's already good when you can pronounce Herrngiersdorfer.
Yeah, that's far enough, really.
It's fine enough
And-
if you call.
So just to remind you again of our poems. It's the last chance, so you vote for the poem you like the best, and then Claudio will select one and we will read it out just in a few minutes here on our nice table with our candles. So it's second Advent, coming to the third one. What are you planning for the weekend? Are you skiing?
Yes.
Beautiful.
In
So
Austria.
yeah, obviously. Where else? So Claudio, is there any question or anybody telling us that he's brave enough to try to pronounce the name correctly? We will help for sure. So you can call us.
There are not any questions that haven't been answered.
Okay.
But there have been a lot of rhymes, and I think we all should be curious.
Okay, so just go ahead, select one, and then you send it to me. I will tease for the next week in the meantime, because next week we will have, I was really happy with you, we'll have new guests again, and we will do, of course, the beer tasting for the next week. So we will continue this line with the next week's beers, and don't forget to rate them through over the week, and make sure you be there again on Thursday. So we will talk with the experts about your favorite ones. Okay, so thank you. I have the sheet now. Thank you, Claudio. So last chance if anybody wants to have the beer tasting original shield with a little hint. A little one. So don't hesitate to call us. We will read out the poem in the meantime. It's from Bethy, USA. Okay, I hope if you have children, just don't make them listen. There once was a brewer from Nantucket who brewed his Advent beer in a bucket. His wife got mad because the beer was bad and said, "Larry, you better chuck it." But Larry wasn't sure. He thought his beer was pure. So he tasted it and said, well, fuck it. Thank you, Bethy USA, for your poem. Really cool one and creative one. You will get the 6 glasses. That was it. You will get 6 beer tasting glasses for your poem. Thank you for your creativity and for sending it to us. Claudio, did anybody call so far? Otherwise, we'll keep it for next week.
I think we should keep it.
Yeah, we should keep it. And just to let you know, it's Herrngiersdorfer and it's Grantler, curmudgeon. In English, I think that's the word. Grantler, curmudgeon. And we used it in Austria and in Germany as well. Yeah. Cool. So we have one more thing to do with you. I've almost forgot that. We have our beer crate challenge. Are you ready? One more, and then we go out. Cheers. Thank you for coming. Cheers. We have our beer crate challenge together with you. 2 teams, really quick. Let's get out. You two against this couple. You can watch our beer crate challenge.
Alex, der Trostpreis ist schöner.
So the teams are getting ready. The rules are really, really simple. We have the crates here, and they should put the crates in between their stomachs, horizontal, in the horizontal way. The team with the more crates wins. If they fall down, they lose. So that's it. We have the team with Stefan and Robert, and we have the team in the back with with Paul and Alex. So, are the teams ready?
Yes.
Yeah, you need one helper, please.
Wir brauchen einen, wo es die Trager gibt. Wo es die Trager gibt. Wir müssen.
So you can start
say
with
start now.
3. Yeah.
Ready?
Ready, set, go! So they start off with 2, the one in the back with 3. Different techniques. Paul, what would Robert? Would you say it's technique or is it force?
It's just technique and a lot of force.
Oh, okay. So you have to be strong as well. Really fast here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 against 6. Wow. So I would say you'd rather stop and wait a little bit. 6, 8, 10. 10, 11, 2, 4, 6, 8. 11 and 8. So now you have to be really strong. Oh. Helping hand. Come on, try. One last. Oh! Come on, try one last. Congrats to the winners. Congrats. Well done. So this was our second beer crate challenge. Great fun again. So team Robert and Stefan, day 1. You can try that at home as well if you want to. Otherwise, we meet again next week. Same time, same station here from Salzburg. Have a good 3rd Advent and a good pre-Christmas time. All the best from Salzburg. Thank you. Mwah!